So this was inspired by an interview I watched of Gary Oldman when he's talking about the role he played of Winston Churchill in The Darkest Hour. And he said the makeup and the costume that he used to put on for that role took around 4 hours. And by the end of those 4 hours, he said he never felt like Gary Oldman. Like by the 4th hour, there's a certain moment where he just switches into Winston Churchill. And he said that the director never met Gary Oldman on set ever. And the same has happened with Daniel Day-Lewis when he played Lincoln, all these other roles as well. Famous method actors, when they come on set. How helpful do you think makeup, costume, or just maybe picking up a certain accent or the way some people speak or walk puts you into that character? Do you think it makes that switch, gives you that mask that you just completely forget who you are?
Yeah, it makes the switch really easy, especially when you look so different, when you look like the character that you're playing and you look into the mirror and you see this completely different person who's actually, I mean, it's such a beautiful thing. It's such a wonderful thing to be able to do that. This is why I love, even though a lot of people go, say against it, but I love acting and rehearsing while I'm looking into the mirror. Because there, I'm not really judging myself, but at the same time, I know that there's someone out there who's watching me, who's looking at me and saying and listening to what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense? So when you look different and when you're looking into yourself in the mirror, in that character, it makes a switch really easy. It makes it more believable for yourself also.
Do you think there's a challenge of being overcritical if you keep looking at how you perform every second?
That depends on the person. That really does. It depends on what you're really focusing on, what your actual intention is. If you're going to look at the mirror and just be like, I want to look this way when I'm emoting, then of course you are not really acting there. But if you're just into it and you're just looking into the eyes and looking into the eyes and just saying what you have to say and trying to get yourself to believe it, fun.
Do you ever say lines that are not in the script? Would you imagine lines that the character would say but not in the script completely just to get into that zone?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How to explain it? I love talking to myself a lot. So when it comes to a character having to say a line, but say for instance, I don't connect to that line as much, I would just try to find other lines that I would be able to connect to it as Farzana and then just go from there. Like for instance, say, today the oceans are heavy. I'd rather just look at the mirror and say, I'm sad. That makes me get into it more and just say the ocean feels heavy.